This transmission here will completely change how my Lexus drives. I'm trying to do a 8 HP swap on my Lexus. I currently have the factory 4-speed that is electronically controlled, the A343F. This is a 8 HP 75 made in Germany that got pulled out of a totaled M5 with the S63 engine. So this transmission is ready to hold a bunch of power, and I don't need it to. But it was low mileage. ZF says that their transmission fluid is supposed to be good for about 50 to 75,000 miles, and this transmission has 43,000 miles on it. So right now I have two pieces that I need to do this 8 HP swap in my 100 Series LX470. I have the transmission, and I also have a 80 Series transfer case, the HF2A, that has the input axle that I need. So this input axle is different than the one on the 100 series. Granted, I'm going to be getting a new one when my adapter gets here, but this is the one that I kind of needed. So I have a transmission, I have a transfer case. I am waiting on Drift HQ to send me a adapter plate that will come with a new input axle shaft that I can use to replace the one that's in there right now that I just showed you. It will allow me to mate this Land Cruiser case to this 2018 transmission versus the 2000 transmission that's in the truck right now. So I have a couple more things that I will need to do. The rest of the stuff, I will need the bell housing to engine adapter, a shifter, figure out where I'm going to mount the transfer case shifter, and I will need a transmission controller. Right now, because I went with a 8 HP 75, I need to get a turbo-lamic, which is not a bad thing. They're very good transmission controllers, but they cost a lot of money. So I'm not sure when the next video is going to be. I will likely try to get a refresh kit for this transfer case, since this has 223,000 miles on it versus a 50,000 mile transmission. So I'd like to try and freshen this up a little bit. I'm not going to crack this open until I get the turbo-lamic, and at that point I will be showing how I pull everything out, inspecting the condition of the transmission, as well as modifying the mechatronics to install the plate that turbo-lamic gives you. Additional things I'm also probably going to do, this little blue thing down here is the transmission vent, because I am putting this into a off-road focused vehicle. I'm going to end up modifying this and probably have a different breather that will go up towards the front of the firewall in the engine bay. And I also need to extend my diff breathers. But yeah, so all in, I am about $1,500 on the swap so far, not including the transfer case adapter that I haven't gotten yet, so I'm not counting that in the total. But subscribe for updates, and we'll see where we end up on this. I'm not the first one to do this on a 100 Series Land Cruiser, but I am hoping I am going to be the first one to actually document my entire process. I'm going to be doing all this stuff in my garage / the hobby shop area that I have access to. So I preface this by, this is not an inexpensive swap by any stretch of the imagination, but it will drastically change how my Lexus drives and will significantly help me when I try to do extra things, like maybe a supercharger, maybe 37s. But for right now, we're going to be slapping this in with the 35-inch mud terrains that I have right now. Eventually I'll swap over to some all-terrains. I might go towards some skinny 35s. But yeah, I want to see how much money I need to spend to get better gas mileage. But I think that's going to be the end of the video for right now. This is kind of just a teaser look. But yeah.